Hi everybody, this is my brother Willis. He has an amazing revelation. He's going to tell you. You have 6 minutes, brother.
Okay. One of the things I found a few weeks ago was some suckers growing on my fruit trees underneath on the bottom, and they're called suckers because they suck the energy out of where the fruit is supposed to go. And then I also saw a sucker underneath my steps near my home, and it's in the dark, and it was growing as well. And I thought to myself, well, what is this? Now I know why they're growing like this. It's because they want to steal, they want to kill the life, they want to destroy what is yours, basically. That is important to you and that God created. So and then Jesus said also that in his word that the enemy comes and destroys, he sows tares. The disciples asked him, who did this? And he was referring to the fact that somebody had gone in their field and sowed tares among the wheat. So that's what I wanted to share with you today.
That is awesome. And so he was telling me about this, and exactly what he was saying. They hide under his porch so that they're not seen, like in secret. And it reminded me of the secret societies, who are the merchants and the kings of Revelation, and the mighty men who suck the energy out of God's children with their wickedness. And they're the terrors that are hiding under in the caves, like snakes. They hide in holes in the darkness. And it goes along with my dream, brother, where my dream, I was pointing out these snakes in these holes, and I said, there's one over there, and there's one over there. And the angels would go and pull the snake out, and the light of God would shine on them, and they would turn to something else, which means that they would, once they're exposed to the light, and the truth comes out of who they are, you know, that, hey, you're not one of us. Either you join us or you're going to be burned. Or like brother did, you're going to be, what did you do with your vine that was growing underneath the sucker's parts?
Well, you cut it off. You cut it off so that it doesn't grow. But the thing is, those vines keep growing back because there's something about the good and evil principle that when good is present, evil is right there trying to suck out any good that's there. So you have to keep pruning. You have to keep trimming those things off. It's not like it's going to stop.
Right.
It's not like, well, you get rid of it. It's not like some weeds and you get rid of it. You have to keep making sure that your trees or whatever are free of those things.
And you were saying also, and that's what the vine dresser father does, is he prunes the tree, the vine, and he cuts off those things that don't produce fruit. And he puts them in the fire, it says in the Word of God. Those tares get put in the fire. But you were saying about how it looks, what does it look like, the tree stealer? What is it called?
The branches, the leaves of that branch look like leather.
But they look like the other part of the tree.
They do look similar to the other part. They look very similar, except that they have a leathery feel about them, whereas the other is more solid and more firm and more pronounced. This is more like a flexible, kind of leathery type of thing.
But if you looked at it like with just a real glance, you wouldn't see that it's different. You'd think it was the same part of the tree.
You would think so, but you'd have to look closer to find that it wasn't the same.
So it's kind of like the wolf in sheep's clothing. You have to really examine in order to see if they really are a wolf. Because it can look really sheepy, right? People can look really sheepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you explore a little deeper, closer, you notice, wait a minute, this is not a sheep. This is a wolf or a goat.
Right.
Oh, thank you, brother, for that. We're about out of time. So everybody, thank you for coming on to the YouTube channel, Brother Willis, and sharing your revelation.